soon turned into a $7.6 million disaster.
I'm more worried about people. Are they out? I don't know.
Everyone move from the area! Everyone move from the area!
As Emma came downstairs to see who was there, she likely realized she was in deep shit.
Hi.
Hi.
At some point, what's gonna happen?
We will be arresting you.
Hi viewers, Dave Epstein here from the Post Pollock firm. Today we're going to talk about, what's the term? Social media. Somebody posting something on social media that they would have been wise not to post and doing something they would have been wise not to do. It's a video called How One Teen Cleared Out an Entire Walmart in 30 Seconds. Let's watch.
In December 2023, the day just after Christmas, first responders figured it was just another day at work until they were about to be dispatched to a massive building fire in Sparta, Wisconsin. A female had made a trip to Walmart with a simple task in mind: to pick up oatmeal and mayonnaise. After quickly finding the items she needed, she decided to take a detour through the aisles, casually browsing items that caught her attention. She soon found herself drawn toward the craft and fabric section, an area she often frequented for art supplies and materials. While browsing some art folders, she reached into her pocket to call her mom. Instead of finding her phone, she felt a lighter, and in a moment of impulse, took it out and lit an artificial plant nearby. Not realizing how quickly the fire would spread, she panicked and hurried out of the area without telling anyone what had happened. During the store's evacuation, she took out her phone and quickly recorded the fire burning in the craft aisle, yelling for people to leave.
What the f? Everyone move from the area! Everyone move from the area!
What began as a quick errand for oatmeal and mayonnaise soon turned into a $7.6 million disaster.
Get over.
Upon arriving, the officer observed several people evacuating the building and quickly retrieved his fire extinguisher.
Get everybody out. Come on, all we got heavy smoke.
During the quick sweep of the store, they noticed thick smoke pouring from an area near the center of the building, making the fire's location seem suspicious.
Let's just go. I'm more worried about people. Are they out? I don't know. Locking the sprinklers here. Yep. Ethan.
Oh, Jesus.
She's outside. Sorry,
You're all right. Let's just sweep and make sure everybody's out. Yep. Is everybody out?
I think everybody out.
Okay, you get out. Just get out.
Yes, sir.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, I'm trying to get my arms around this one. I don't know if she's posted social media, but she certainly took video as she's walking out. And I'm trying to, again, get my arms around this one. So she goes to the store. She's going for oatmeal and mayonnaise. And somehow she reaches in her pocket and she finds a lighter. And once she finds a lighter, she said, "Whoa, I might as well light this plant on fire." So she sets the store on fire, basically, and then videotapes it on her way out. In other words, make sure you gather evidence against yourself before you leave. Not that I really want her not to get caught, because this is insane. I mean, again, this is arson. What? I don't know. We'll see in a moment. I'm going to look and see what they interrogated her for and what they said and what they charged her with. But what I saw is arson. It's the intentional setting of a fire, and the degree might have to do with where it was set and was it in a public place. And you're talking about a Walmart, where I'm sure there are a lot of flammable things there, and there are always a lot of people in a Walmart store, whether it's up in Wisconsin, New Jersey, or anywhere. It's a very crowded store. So she's playing with fire. And I think there's a little something off here with this woman. I don't know what the story is, but we'll find out a little bit more when we move forward. Let's see. So we're going to look at some of the interrogation. So folks, I checked a little bit more before we go to the next segment. And apparently she did post that video on social media. So I don't know what's wrong with this person. The idea that you go to the store and you go to your pocket to look for something. Oh, gee, there's a lighter and start a fire. That's bizarre. That she's running out and telling people to get out, but she should be doing a little bit more than that if she started the fire. And she's videotaping. Apparently, she posted it to social media. Again, this is I see this all the time. Every one of these people is a lawyer's worst nightmare, but I guess I should be happy because she got caught. And that could have been my sorry behind there at the Walmart getting whatever I got to get, or my wife or anybody else. And maybe, something catches fire, something that's combustible, it explodes. Now, I'm sure there are regulations on what Walmart can keep and not, but not everything is guaranteed to be non-flammable. Apparently, their fake plants are very flammable. Looked like she got quite a fire going there. Let's see a little bit more.
7.6 million. I mean, it's going to be a total loss. I don't know what's going to be saved. Like for sure, all of the apparel's gone, right?
Yep.
That's gone.
Any of the food sitting out is toast.
It's gone. Anything where sprinklers hit is gone.
So a rough estimate right now, we're 7.6 mil. We're thinking.
Yep.
Rough.
The value in the box currently.
Fire chief, he sounds like he might be contacting DCI, so we might have to secure the building and tape it off for a crime scene. So I'm going to be letting you know in a couple minutes.
Shutting the building down?
Nobody's going anywhere till DCI gets here in a couple hours. So they're on their way from Madison now. Okay. So this is now a crime scene we're considering.
Okay. All right.
Just pause for a second there. $7.6 million in damages. Now, I don't know how they come up with a number that high that fast. But if it's true, that's what that girl's little decision to, I have a lighter. Let me see what I can light on fire. That's what it led to. So she's going to be she should be facing serious arson charges because the amount of property damage is something that the courts are to consider when it comes to grade of charge and sentencing. If you did a lot of damage, you do a lot of time.
Approximately 4 hours after the fire, police visited the address on file and saw the same blue SUV from the security footage parked outside.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Detective Bray. Is Emma home?
Yes.
This is Sergeant Ludovus. Can we speak to her?
Okay. What'd she do?
We will sit on top of you about it. We'd like to have her down here as well, so.
About fire?
Yeah. She tell you about it?
She told me she was there shopping.
Okay. If she can come down, we'd like to talk to her.
She the one that started it?
She's a possibility, yeah.
As Emma came downstairs to see who was there, she likely realized she was in deep shit.
Saying. Hi.
Hi.
Can you come down and chat with us for a second?
Yeah.
You want to have a seat? I'm Detective Bray. This is Sergeant Ludovus. Were you at Walmart today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What did you go to Walmart for?
Oatmeal and mayo.
Oatmeal and mayo? Okay. Did you go with anybody? No? You seem a little nervous. What's going on?
Because it scared me, genuinely. And
yeah, she actually did come home in a panic.
What scared you?
the fire.
Okay. Where were you at when you saw it?
I was walking, I was ready to go check out, and I was in the ladies' bra section, and then someone was saying, oh, there's a fire. And then I saw it, it started reaching the ceiling, and then I said, everyone move away, fire, fire, fire. I have a video if you want to see.
Okay. Well, Walmart has a lot of video cameras there. A lot of them. That pretty much cover the entire store. Okay. So did you get your oatmeal and mayo? You got them?
I got them from Hanson instead.
Okay. So why were you over in the bras if you went there to get oatmeal and mayo?
Because when I was going to check out in
Did you
the
have oatmeal
self-checkout,
and mayo in your hands?
Mm-hmm. And then I set it down right where the refrigerator was in the self-checkout aisle. There was one where it's not in there, but it's like right outside of it, and I put it there, and then I walked out.
Okay.
So when you were, why were you going through like the section with the bras and stuff?
I always take a shortcut, and plus, I read on my hand that I needed socks.
Okay.
I know you got some for me, but I usually like to wear black socks, and so I was gonna get those. I didn't, because, that happened.
Okay. Were you anywhere else in the store? Where would that have been?
I was looking at art bags in the art supply section.
Okay. What else was in that aisle?
What do you mean?
What other items were in the aisle that you were in?
Markers, sticky notes. It was just typical art stuff.
Okay. Were you in any other aisles?
I was in that aisle where it happened, but...
What aisle was that?
That was the art section where the paints and stuff were.
Okay.
How do you know what happened there?
Because I saw it.
How would you be able to see it?
Because everyone was turning and pointing.
How would you be able to see what was in the aisle?
Because when I was walking away, the art bag section...
Okay, folks, we've already seen a living demonstration of the old saying, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Now, she's not I don't know what's going on with this young lady. Let's start with the fact that as soon as the police arrive, her mother said, what, did she start a fire? And the police officers, now, I don't know what she meant by that, but the police officer said, yeah, did she tell you? Or did she say that to you? And she said, no, she said she went shopping. So, when my kid goes shopping and she comes home and the police show up, I don't automatically say, well, did he start a fire? No, I mean, maybe there's a history. She's got a pyromaniac. Obviously, there's something going on. She finds a lighter, says, oh, I better start a fire. She tried to BS the police officers. Again, I don't know if she's all that swift. For those of you who are, first of all, I hope you're smart enough not to even do that, to start a fire in a crowded store, a Walmart, crazy. But if you do, when the police show up, unless you want to convict yourself, you better stop talking, get yourself a lawyer. I mean, it sounds to me like they've got her anyway. They've got her on cameras, store cameras, etc. But you saw she tried to lie her way through the, well, I went to this aisle. Well, I only went to get this. Well, I went through the bra aisle because it's a shortcut. It's a very elaborate story about her mental processes and getting from point A to point B, when in fact she went there to get two things and is probably on video camera starting a fire. So again, I don't know if the police officers had to read her rights. She was not detained. She agreed to talk to them voluntarily. But again, it's a lesson to everybody. You don't just start talking. Find out why the police are there. And if you have to assert your rights, even if they haven't read you your rights, you have the right to remain silent. Certain things you have to give them if you have identification, things like that. But once you get past that, you don't have to say anything. And 9 times out of 10, it's better if you don't, unless you have an ironclad alibi or something like that. I'm not trying to make life difficult for the police. But you know what? At some point, you have to look out for yourself, too. Part of me, of course, is glad that they caught her because this girl sounds like she could be trouble. Let's see a little bit more.
It was near where you would find home stuff. I was looking at the art section, and then I was going to walk away, and then I went in the fabric section to the socks and the bras, and then that's when someone said, oh my god, look, there's a fire. And that's when I turned around, and I made the stupid decision to just stay and videotape it instead of leaving, and I watched it over multiple times, and it's pretty clear to me that it was in that section.
Okay. Did you see anybody else in the section where fabrics were and stuff like that? No?
Nobody else was in there?
There was an old lady, I think, with her family, and they were near it, and then this other person that I was standing near was saying, everyone move from the area, and then I started shouting that too, and you can see it in the video.
Do you have the video? You still have it? Can I come with you?
Sure.
So she's on camera walking out of the aisle, like moments before the fire starts.
And nobody else was in the aisle?
Not that we can see. And nobody exits the aisle from either side. And her demeanor coming in and leaving are very different.
That's me shouting that.
There was nobody else in the aisle with the fabrics and stuff when you were down there except for an old lady?
And her family, I would presume. And then that's when everyone started walking out the door. And I followed with that.
Okay. So, do you remember where you were right before people started saying there was a fire?
I was walking where those home items were. I was walking out of that aisle after I was done looking at beads and stuff.
Okay.
And then that's when I went to go look at the art bags in the other section. And then I walked out, went near this other old lady who was shopping. And then, I was wearing my hat, so I don't know if I missed it or something, but I was walking in the fabric area. And then I felt like some kind of heat a little bit. And that's when I went to the bra section. But no one else was around me. Everyone was just shopping and everything.
And you felt heat? How long after you left that aisle?
Just like a split second. And then...
Why is that?
That's when I saw all the smoke and everything. And
But no one else was in the aisle and then you felt the heat?
All right, so folks, whether or not she just incriminated herself, it depends on what kind of store videos they have. The police officer, they were talking about she went in one section, there was nobody else in the aisle, there couldn't have been anybody but her. Maybe they're right. I don't know all the circumstances that if she hadn't said a word, what they would have to convict her. Whether they have direct video of her starting a fire or whatever. But if they don't, she just gave them their case by starting to talk, placing herself in that aisle. I assume it's on video, but we'll have to see. Let's go flash ahead a bit and see what we have in here.
I didn't want to get hurt. I burned myself before and it hurts. But I also... God. Can I please still go to school?
I imagine, yeah, you'll go to school at some point.
What do you mean at some point? What's going to happen?
We will be arresting you.
You better go get some pants on too, so.
I'll be coming with you, so just go slow.
I swear, I'm not a pyromaniac. I don't... Oh, God.
So, at the age of 17, she can be booked into jail.
I figured.
Listen.
Please, I'm
Calm
so
down.
sorry.
Listen. You're 17, okay? Right? You're gonna be okay. You have a long life to live. You're gonna be okay.
It'll ultimately be up to the courts if they want to proceed with this. Okay. If they want to proceed with this.
You're gonna be fine. You made a big mistake.
I did.
But luckily, that's a big company that can handle it. Okay? But there's definitely gonna be some consequences for it, okay? Do you have any weapons up here? Don't.
I'm sorry.
What do you have? What's that?
Just the blade that I use sometimes.
Don't touch it. You're fine. Let's throw on some sweatpants and some socks.
Okay. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, God. I don't remember. Do you have a body cam?
Yes, I do.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is so embarrassing. Is this going to be published to YouTube?
No.
Thank you. I'm already filled with shame.
Well, I can't promise that, but...
Oh, God.
Just don't... That's not what you need to be focusing on, right?
She just got in trouble for vaping weed in the classroom.
Okay.
You will be staying overnight.
Is this her phone?
Oh, God.
They're gonna let me know when the bond is too much love. That's ridiculous.
Holy shit. I could have been a murderer.
You're not.
Please. I love you.
Breathe.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be this way. I really hate myself for this.
Remember, it's just stuff, okay?
Breathe.
I really wasn't thinking when I did it, I swear.
Baby, I love you, but you need to breathe, okay? Breathe. It's gonna be okay.
I hope.
I mean,
after all this, okay, I'm ready.
this is a lesson learned.
Yes, it is. Oh, Jesus. God.
Ray, you want to snap a couple pictures of the car before you go?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
And just breathe, okay? Like your mom said.
Do you know...
Detective Bray said, this is stuff, okay?
I know, but...
Nobody got hurt.
I'm not a bad kid, I swear.
Emma, I know that. I told you that in the house. I know you're not a bad kid.
I'm really grateful that you guys understand. I mean, not that you understand, but that...
Well, no, we're not like it. I don't think you did this because you're a bad person or you wanted to hurt anybody.
I really
It's-
wasn't aware of my own movements.
I understand.
Oh,
So here's how it's gonna look in there, okay?
I feel
You're gonna be by yourself. They won't put you in like a big cell with a bunch of people, okay? So they'll get you kind of changed out and everything like that, and you'll be in probably just a.
Can you push my glasses up?
Yeah, you'll just be in kind of like a booking cell by yourself, and then you'll go see the judge tomorrow, okay?
I'm so embarrassed and just shameful. Oh God.
Do you have anything in your pockets at all? Okay, I'm just gonna search real quick.
If I could, I would give you a hug and apologize, but obviously
I
that's bad.
appreciate that, Emma. I understand what you're saying. I get it. I get it.
You know I'm sorry I am, right?
I do. Believe you.
Oh God.
So, folks, the first thing I'll say is if I ever get booked for arson, I hope I have that cop. I mean, what a nice guy. He's really being compassionate. I feel bad for the young lady. I feel bad for her mother because she's obviously been through some things and she recognizes there's something going on with this young lady. Do I fault the mother for I don't know if she ratted her out, but saying, did she start a fire? Did she this, she that? I think the mother knows there's a problem and probably needs maybe a court to intervene. It sounds to me like she's got a pyromania problem or some impulse control, maybe other things going on. And, you know, she keeps saying, I feel so ashamed. That's very common. And when people have these compulsive disorders, a good example is kleptomania. I remember I have in the past represented people who could buy and sell me 65 times over, who were incredibly wealthy, who would get caught shoplifting. Celebrities have had this problem. And it's not a matter of just trying to get something on the cheap. It's something going on upstairs that gets them to do this. And unfortunately, pyromania, it's the same thing. I'm going to sort of go on a limb and say she sounds to me like she might have a thing about starting fires, an impulse control thing. Now, kleptomania can be bad. I mean, you know, Walmart will tell you they lose X billion dollars or have a lot of money every year to shoplifting. And I will tell you, folks, if you're ever going to shoplift, don't shoplift there. They have a prosecute at all costs policy. Like, they're not looking to give you any breaks if they catch you shoplifting. I mean, you're going to have to look to the prosecutor and the judge to give you some leeway there, especially if you have a problem. But with pyromania, it's a little bit more than shoplifting. Yes, Walmart, any store should not be getting looted and losing all that money. It all comes back to us. But pyromania, she's setting fires. And you saw what happened in that store. What's going to happen in another store? We don't know. Now, as far as we did look up, or later on, I think they may say in the video, we're not going to go through all of that she ended up with, as expected, an arson charge. I believe it was a first degree, which is a very serious charge. She ended up with a reckless endangerment charge, which is reckless endangerment is where you do something really, really dangerous that puts people, a wide number of people, at great risk of harm or death. Lighting a fire in a store just fits the bill. Ordinarily what'll happen, and I also understand she had a few other charges that were added to that, including a misdemeanor charge of disorderly persons. What would ordinarily happen is a lot of these charges would be merged. The arson, the reckless endangerment, that sort of thing. And she would probably have to enter into a plea deal unless, I mean, it depends on what they have. I don't think there's anything that could get suppressed from her discussing what happened with the police. But more likely, the judge is going to want to get her into some kind of treatment and some evaluation to see where she's at. I know she was held on, I think, $5,000 cash bail, so which is not a tremendously high amount for bail. I think that they probably recognize that this young lady has some problems. But somebody's got to make sure that those problems get addressed and get addressed intensively, because the next time maybe something will catch fire faster, or she'll be somewhere where it's a more flammable environment and people get hurt. So I hope she gets the help she needs. It was an arson. She might have, if it's not an insanity defense, a diminished capacity defense. I'm not sure how this turns out. We'll probably find out. But the key thing here is, folks, that nobody got hurt, except Walmart. They lost a lot of money. Don't start fires in a Walmart. And if you see someone starting a fire, let everybody know right away. I hope you learned something from this, folks. I hope to see you back. Please hit like, subscribe, and please leave your comments. This is Dave Epstein for Post Pollock signing off. Thank you.